Hey kids, today we're learning about American history.
Oh boy! I always have to visit America when my father goes to that island.
Why the fuck would you go to that island?
Does anyone know anything about American history? Because I don't.
I sure do. Okay, so America has an extremely rich history going from 1776 to 1865. Osaka, America's still around. That's a common misconception, Chio-chan. You're mistaking the modern-day globalist Yankee Imperium with the freedom-loving land of liberty that was America.
Yankees? I love the Yankees!
You what? The sons and daughters of Confederate veterans are gonna kill you, Tomo. Wait, this is not about the Civil War? Darn tootin', this is about the War of Northern Aggression. Those dirty Yanks slaughtered proud American patriots. But Osaka, weren't they traitors to the Constitution? Man, you've watched too many liars on CNN, or as we call it down south, the Lion Channel. I'll go from the start, since clearly I got some Yankee sympathizers in here. The United States was founded on the values of liberty, independence, and states' rights. Unfortunately, it was not long before the United States federal Yankee government betrayed those values, seized people's property, and put in place oppressive tariffs that made the North better off at the South's expense. But Osaka, that's why the South seceded from the Union, as was their right. The evil feds proceeded to start a war to force the South to stay in the Union, forming the American empire we see today. Murray Rothbard discusses this. But Osaka, the Civil War was about slavery. No, it was about states' rights. Slavery was a very small part of it.
Kagura, are you okay hearing Osaka say all this?
I'm not black. Osaka, you called the War of Northern Aggression, but didn't the South start the war when Southern forces fired at Fort Sumter? That's where you're mistaken. South Carolina had already seceded at that point, and only fired when soldiers in the foreign U.S. government refused to leave. The Union was trespassing, so they started the war. Simple as. The South lacked any kind of constitutional authority to leave the Union. I don't see why they wouldn't, Chio. If we accept the Yankee position that the Constitution has implied powers, then we can easily extrapolate a right to secession. Or does that only apply when we're enslaving mankind with a central bank? What are you even talking about? Another libtard pwned. Reading Tom DiLorenzo really paid off.